So, Christabel, first thing my team asked me when I'm meeting a career design coach is that why are candidates not reading the job description when they're applying for an opportunity?
Very interesting. And my audience, when I told them that I'm going to be talking to a staffing specialist, a talent acquisition specialist, the one thing that they wanted me to ask you was why do candidates keep ghosting their employees like 3 to 4 to 5 rounds in? So, what's going on, Sachith?
Right. Looks like there's a lot of grievances which needs to be addressed today.
Yes. And hopefully, along the way, we find some answers into how we as professionals can navigate our careers in this very dynamic environment.
Perfect. Welcome to Career Poker Night. What we call this as more of a gambling. The domain that we are in, there's no certain rules. Things are changing pretty dynamic. So let's discuss more in terms of how to go about it.
So, I'm Christabel. I am a career design coach. I've been in the industry now for 2 decades, navigating across supply chain management to edtech to real estate to a whole host of other industries as well. And more than anything, I've been in that messy middle where I'm wondering, in terms of transition from one to another, what are the things that I need to factor in? Should I just go with the flow? And all of that experience and how to is what I bring to the board right now, and excited to share that with you all. Right, Sachit. So, why are we doing this career poker night? Tell us about how you see the current environment from your lens, Sachit.
Yeah. So I'm the managing director of Recruise India Consulting into the hiring space, um, where we're setting up a lot of GCCs and as well as in the research front where company wants to understand what the landscape are. So it's going to be something interesting where I think your intro, as you rightly mentioned about the career design aspect, it's so complementing in terms of what you've been doing and what I've been doing. So I'm interested to have those conversations and see in terms of what we uncover.
Let's go. The first theme that we're going to be talking about is career design versus the hiring reality. So, how do you see this playing out today, Sachit?
So I would give a bit of a context in terms of what was happening earlier, right? So in our time, there was only limited options, right? So there's nothing much in terms of what I need to plan and stuff like that. So there was only three options, right? Either you become an engineer, you become a doctor, or become a chartered accountant, or in terms of finance side fit. Uh, so there was not much of an option. I think now there's so many options which are on table. There's so many options which we need to look at. So I think it's important to have a plan in that place. I think have a plan. So that's the reason it's very important. According to your experience, how are you looking at it?
In my experience, what has played out in terms of career design is that many times when we try to wing it, right, and we just find ourselves going with the flow, and we're not super intentional about why we are where we are and where we want to take this. That's one way to run your track. But what happens many times is that you're probably growing well in your career or in your job profile, but your personal life, the way that's playing out in the background of all of this, is not going great, right? And your hours are stretched.
Yeah.
Many things about your work that are affecting your personal life is not really in alignment. And what career design actually helps you to do is to take a pause, examine the various aspects of your life that you think are important,
Yeah.
where we cover not just health, but mental health as well. And what is going to be your North Star that you want to grow in, right? In direction in which you want to go. And many times one doesn't know exactly what one wants to do, right? You have an inkling, okay,
Yeah.
I might enjoy this, but you don't know for sure. And you're in that space where you're a little bit confused. Career design actually gives you a framework to work through those areas. And yeah, I look forward to getting into more of that as we progress.
All right. Interesting. And the same context, I had certain questions, right? Is the career design important earlier in the career, or is it the midlines, or is it in the leadership?
That's a good question. Actually, career design is is just a concept. It's not really something that you want to apply only at different in a particular stage. Rather, it's something that you want to think about at every pretty much every stage of your career, right? It's just about taking that intentional pause and not working yourself too much with, okay, what should I do? Oh, I don't know exactly what I need to do, and now I'm stressed about it. It really gives you the permission to relax a little bit, play around with a few ideas, experiment. We call it prototyping, right? Where you take up small projects and kind of see how that is playing out for you. Because doing something for the love of it is one thing,
Yeah.
whereas doing something that can actually pay your bills and helps you grow in that direction, helps you support your family and all of that is a different thing. You don't want to mix the two. But it's just about giving yourself that permission to take a step back and become more aware around yourself about what your next step really needs to be.
All right. No, it's I feel it's important because I'm in the other side of it where we are helping a lot of folks in the job market, find opportunity, and as well from the client's side of it, find the fit, right? So for me, career design is predominantly sounds fancy, right? But as you rightly said, it's important to kind of understand where it's fitting in. How do you kind of align those aspirations or in terms of passion, and then take things forward.